welcome to Mystic Wanderer. And today I have no script, no anything. I'm just going to speak from my heart today. Yesterday was a pretty rough day. I got upset with my daughter, my oldest child, my daughter from at school. So I know and I see within her such beauty. She's a great person. She's loving. She's so connected with the earth. And she's so bright and so smart. She's great at math. She has a beautiful mind and a beautiful heart and soul. But as we know, when we interact with other people that are not vibrationally equal to us, what happens is that we often get influenced by their behavior. Like I tell my kids, I say, the people you hang around with will reflect the person you're going to become. So if you want to become those bad-mouth swearing children or a very disrespectful human being, keep hanging around with those people and it'll happen. And I've been talking to my daughter about that because she's been hanging around. She's so hungry for someone to accept her and like her that she's willing to change herself to picking up some of their attitudes and their mannerisms and behavior. And I see it changing her. And I lost it yesterday. After I was a chaperone on the field trip, and I actually had encounters with some of these other students in the classroom, in her school, and I can tell you I was not happy. Also, when 2 days ago when she was getting off the school bus home, my husband was waiting for her at the stop, and he noticed that she's sitting way in the back of the bus with some rambunctious boys. And I told her, since when are you sitting in the back of the bus with a bunch of these boys who are negatively influencing you? I mean, I picked her up yesterday early from school and just laid into her. Our children are so much like me in regards to their connection with the earth and their spiritual path, being mystic, that it hurts me when they encounter people who don't accept them the way they are, or who only accept them if they're going to be like them. And in desperation to be accepted, people will change themselves. And I'm old enough, I've been around a while, I'm old enough, soon to be 42 years old here, old enough to know better. Old enough to say, look, I've been a loner for practically all of my life. I love my time alone. I love my solitude. I can think, I can meditate, reflect, communicate with spirits, do readings, whatever I want to do. At that time, I'll do it. And I'm okay, actually, and because I'm a writer and an artist as well, and a minister, a spiritualist, and minister, and healing minister, I need my time to write and to research, and I need to be alone. I cannot have people around me demanding a lot of my attention. Which brings me to my second topic for today, with selfishness of other people. Lately, people have assumed just because I am a minister that my services are not legit, and that they can just call me up, text me, Facebook message me, whatever. I need to talk to you, Candace, Zoom, Skype, whatever. I need to talk with you. I have a problem, yada, yada. But the thing is, they're not willing to give me monetary compensation here. I do spiritual guidance. That's what being a minister and all my studies, that's what it is. And I ask for donations or contributions, and people don't they don't want my service anymore. And I'm like, well, then go find a licensed therapist. Don't come to me. And it really makes me upset that people take advantage, are taking advantage of my time and my good nature and not respecting who I am. All times of night, people want to come over and talk and cry, and it's so many people, and it's been going on for so many years. I am tired of it. If I'm hurting your feelings, I'm sorry. But my feelings are hurt too. Okay? I need to be respected as well. And I need to have people to stop taking advantage of me and just think that they can, whenever they got a problem, I'm going to go see Candace. She's going to listen to me. I'm going to go see her. I'm going to cry. She's going to give me a hug. And then I'll go away and I'll feel good. And then they don't talk to me until they have a problem again. Oh, time to call Candace. If I were a licensed therapist, you'd be paying for me. And I'm highly considering getting licensed. I completed some courses back some years ago when I was getting my master's. And it was so much work, and I was pregnant with my first child at the time. I really couldn't finish, so I decided to I wanted a degree in counseling and getting licensed and all of that. But I couldn't complete the program, so I just took the lesser degree and got a master's in human services, marriage and family, with the focus on marriage and family. And now I'm studying through the International Metaphysics University, where I studied for my ordination and all of that. I'm getting my doctorate in metaphysics. I love metaphysics. It's my area, and I love teaching it. I love learning. I love talking about it, writing about it, all of those things. But I also have a lot to say, a lot of inspiration, a lot of lessons, messages to give, and I'm doing loads and loads of writing. Also, those people who need, new age, non-traditional help, counseling, whatever, I'd like to be able to help them through getting a license. It's a lot of work, though. But I'm tired of being taken advantage of. My time is valuable, too. I do matter. And my dear friend Janet, and my friend, mentor, and teacher, Reverend Janet Decker, who's also a spiritualist minister, gave me a little pep talk yesterday, which is really good, saying that I do matter. I am not free, and I'm not going to keep giving out free me. We all have bills to pay. I have things I'd like to do too, and unfortunately monetary things is what it comes down to. But I'm a little bit down today. I've had a long night. A dear person from my kids' school, and who was well known all over the world and here locally, passed away last Saturday, and unexpectedly, stroke. And his wake was last night. And so let me tell you, I left the house in plenty of time to get there, but there was a waiting line on the highway through the exit to the funeral home, miles down the highway. And I was determined to see it through, so I did. When I finally got there, and Spirit led me to a parking space within the parking lot and parking the street, and I waited 2.5 hours in freezing temperatures, let me tell you. Thank goodness my husband brought me a new coat, so I was able to wear it just in time. I didn't think I'd be outside for 2.5 hours. I couldn't feel my toes. I couldn't feel I had gloves on, so I was okay, but it was just my toes. My legs, I was freezing. And there I saw him in the casket there, and his beautiful wife and children. One who's at my son's school. And his mother, who I used to see a lot last year, and I saw a few times this year. at the school at pickup, and there he was with his face aglow. And that song in my head, I kept hearing that song, "Only the Good Die Young," which can be true. And why is that? Well, we are all on this journey of ascension. And sometimes it takes people repeated incarnations during a certain density to achieve, to learn the messages, to learn the whole law of one, utilize the Hermetic principles and all that stuff. It takes people sometimes it takes people 100 incarnations within a certain density before they learn these lessons. But there are a few who learn them within one incarnation. And then they graduate to the next density. And I see that he was very giving and just a great soul, honestly. It's not a cover-up or anything, it's just true. Inspiration. And he loved everyone. And he helped everyone. That's living it right. And he was only 45. He would have been 45 on December 19th. He died of a stroke 10 days before his 45th birthday. That's living it right. Affect a lot of people's lives positively. Helped kids, helped everyone. And now he has transitioned to his next density. And how do I know that? I received that message from Spirit. I receive a lot of messages from Spirit. I talk to Spirit quite often, and Spirit talks to me quite often. So yesterday was a very difficult day for me, very emotional day, and this is the holiday season, and I'm trying to breathe through it and meditate through it, and get myself in order for 2018, and decide what path I'm going to take, and eliminate things that really don't serve me, and go within myself more, and not feel guilty because I'm not hanging out with June, Jolly, and Jan, who constantly ask me to hang out with them. And this is just hypothetical because it happens quite often. And I don't have, I got stuff to do. And when I'm alone and doing my thing, I can record, I can do quite a lot of things. It's snowing here, and the snow is beautiful. It's like a little winter wonderland. And that's about all that I can say today. So, Mystic Wanderer here, wishing you a very great day. Many blessings. Namaste, and blessed be.